What's up, y'all? My name is Acquania Escarne. I'm the creator and founder of The Purpose of Money, a platform that helps you build wealth $1 at a time. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I got 72 family members and friends to join me in Antigua for my 40th birthday celebration. So if you like to travel and you want to do a big group, listen up. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, I hope you're enjoying this quick episode. I just wanted to let you know that I have a course called The Purpose of Money Maximizer that teaches you how to maximize and leverage life insurance to invest in real estate and leave a legacy for your family. When you get this course, you will learn all you need to know to build wealth through life insurance, which is tax-free income when inherited by your family after you die. The best part is, for my birthday and through the month of September, I'm offering this $400 course at a deep discount of $40 just for you because I want you to know how to leverage life insurance. So if you're interested, click the link below and get the course ASAP because the price is going back up soon and I don't want you to miss out on this valuable information. Check out the Purpose of Money Maximizer and let me know what you think. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Purpose of Money channel. Before I continue, if you like this video or any content on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, I appreciate you sharing all the videos with your friends and family. Speaking of family, today's episode is all about my 40th birthday celebration in Antigua, where I got 72 family members to join me for a celebration. We went to Antigua in August of 2023 for 5 whole days, and I got my family members to celebrate with me in the most memorable ways possible. I'm going to share with you how I did it. I'll even share with you some video and picture clips so you can have insight into what we did and how much fun we had. So I always wanted to have a milestone birthday celebration. I had a dream about it 5 years ago, and ever since, that dream has been manifesting into reality. I definitely feel like this was a long time coming, but the details and the effort put in definitely paid off. The first thing I would recommend if you want to have a big group trip and get that group trip out of the chat is to take action. So I'm the action taker and the money maker in my family. And I decided 13 months before my birthday that I was going to tell everyone about the trip. So I actually started out by creating a website where you could learn about the destination, the cost, what we were going to potentially do on our itinerary, so that you knew you wanted to come based on that. Or if you needed more time to think about it, you could just check out the site. But the site helped people be able to opt in or RSVP at least to hold a spot for them. And then that was how I based all of my planning decisions. And I also required a $100 deposit to lock in your space. So individuals paid $100 per person, including kiddos, if they wanted to secure their spot on the trip. But here's the essential part. I did not try to do this alone. Even though it was my birthday party, I thought it was important to have the right people around me. So I hired a travel agent to help with the hotel contract and arrangements, and an event planner to help with the actual events of the day. Because this was a 5-day trip that involved 3 major events, I wanted to make sure that someone was there to help me coordinate everything. And that tended to be instrumental into the success of the party. So we got initially, the event planner and I were meeting on a regular basis to talk about the vision. So I told her, look, I want to have 3 parties. I want to have a reception where we welcome everyone to paradise. I want to have a boat party where we go on a boat all day. And I want to have a birthday celebration on my birthday, August 25th. So she and I talked about that vision. We talked about potential decor, times of day, where that would happen. And it was thanks to her that I contacted local vendors where I could get a makeup artist, DJ. My DJ was actually a family member who I brought into town. Shout out to DJ Cashflow. But for the welcome reception, we decided to use steel band so that people could have a sound of the island, right? The steel band playing some of our classic hits and favorites. So we made all of that happen, and we utilized Instagram for a lot of it. So whenever you go overseas, if you're looking for a local makeup artist, local photographer, local videographer, Instagram is my go-to spot, because I can go in and I can do hashtag photographer and Antigua, and you will see so many options come up. So I literally found all of my vendors for the small entrepreneurs that I hired through Instagram. That was my makeup artist, that was my videographer. But for the bigger things, like where do you host 72 people? What hotel do you build a relationship with? I use my travel agent, shout out to Janelle at How We Travel, to really help me figure out where should I do a contract, right? Because we knew we were going to need a lot of rooms, we were going to spend a lot of money, and we wanted to work with the right hotel. So my travel agent is the one who helped me start that conversation. And it was actually a random run-in in Las Vegas where I even learned about the hotel I ended up choosing. So give me a second to give you a detour into the story. So 5 years ago, I had the dream about the big party, but it wasn't until about a couple of years ago I started to pull the pieces together. So in Las Vegas, my husband and I went to the Lovers and Friends concert a couple of years ago. And while we were there, I saw that they were having the Billboard Awards, and Diddy was going to be hosting. And I was like, babe, we got to go to this show. When are we ever going to go to the Billboard Awards again? So we got last minute tickets in Las Vegas to go to the Billboard Awards. And to my surprise, when I got up to go get some refreshments, a gentleman asked me to take his picture with him and his friends as I was walking by. And I said, of course, I would love to. That individual ended up being the person who later told me that he plans huge trips and had recently been to Antigua and had 200 guests in his party at what was then that time a brand new hotel called Royalton. So immediately I thought, 200 people, I'm going to have a lot of people. Maybe I should look into this destination. It was an island. It was on a beach. It had blue-green water. It was all the criteria I was looking for, and they could accommodate large groups, which not everywhere in the Caribbean can do that. So I immediately looked up the hotel, the Royalton, on the Bomboy app. I saw what it looked like, looked great, and I contacted my travel agent and said, is this the place? Can we get a contract? What does that look like? And she worked on the contract, and we went through it with a fine-tooth comb to make sure we can comply with all of the requirements, and then we locked in the deal. And I liked the Royalton because, one, it was all-inclusive. I really wanted my guests to pay for the trip, get there, and not have to worry about any additional expenses. So it was really important for me to choose a location where we could all eat, gather, and have fun and not have to pay any additional money. But one of the things that I decided to do to upgrade the experience for everyone is I locked in a contract for all Diamond Club rooms, which meant we had access to all of the restaurants, some of them exclusively for only Diamond Club members, and we had access to all the pools, one of them also limited to only Diamond Club members. So we had an opportunity to really roam the entire resort with no restriction. And it came with butler service. So everyone had a person that they could go to book activities, to ask questions, and to get that personal touch. And Diamond Club members also got expedited room service, which was already included in the rate. So if you wanted to eat in your room and get your food faster, being in the Diamond Club helped everyone do that. So that was my little personal touch to upgrade everyone's experience. But it turned out being the best thing ever because we had fun. We could have our private lunches, breakfast, and other places to eat. In addition to that, I appreciated the service, the decor, and even the atmosphere of the Royalton. It's a beautiful location, green, as well as right on the beach. So we had everything that I ever expected. But that's how I found out what hotel to use. Random run-in in Las Vegas, one of my favorite cities. So after we locked down the hotel contract, we had a website, like I said, that people could go to RSVP, pay their deposits. Then it was a waiting game, right? My guests were waiting to make additional payments until their trip was paid off. So we offered monthly, as needed, whatever frequency you wanted payments, all between the customers or my family members and friends and the travel agent. So I was not involved and taking payments from individuals, which was really, really great because that's one less thing for me to have to worry about. But then with the event planner, we plan out the activities, which I had made an executive decision that I was going to cover all of the entertainment and parties. So no one paid for those except me. But my event planner helped me locate the welcome reception and correspond with the hotel to get that locked in. Ended up being a really nice welcome reception on the beach at sundown. So we got to see the sun setting, listen to the steel band, and enjoy some really good past hors d'oeuvres. Then we also introduced people to the schedule for the week, and we gave them insight into what to expect. So we kind of set the tone. It was a great, great way to start off an amazing vacation. Then the next event was the full day boat ride. So this is really fun because I love to rent boats and go out on the water, and then to see the scenery of Antigua was just absolutely gorgeous. But we got to do 2 stops on the island. So we got to see 2 beaches in Antigua, and we did some snorkeling and looking at the fish. So if you're a water baby and you love to do that, Antigua offers all of that and more, because we were able to do 2 beach stops, snorkeling and jet skiing throughout our trip. The next thing I did was a party. Now, unfortunately, my birthday party conflicted with 2 weddings that the hotel was also hosting. So I wasn't able to have my birthday party on the Royalton property. But instead, we went to Sandals, which was only 20 minutes away. I hired some transportation to get us back and forth to the location. And we then proceeded to have the best party ever. My event planner ended up locating a decorator, corresponding with Sandals for me to get the best menu, the best drinks, and have a good time. But what made this super special is that my family was involved. I had friends and family act as the MC for the different events. My cousin, DJ Cashflow, was the DJ, and he was so good. He DJ'd the boat ride and the party on August 25th. And everyone had such a good time. So if you're ever looking to take your family out on a big adventure, I encourage you to do this. Plan ahead, start really, really early, and give yourself grace. I gave us 13 months to pay for it. I told everyone payments were due in May, but they were actually due in June. So that gave us a little buffer for anyone who needed more time to pay. And then I really locked in the vendors as early as I could. The only complaint I would have is that some of my vendors were a little slow to respond because they were on island time, but we eventually got it together, and closer to the event, they got it together, contacted me more frequently, and we settled all of our bills. So that was something I was able to really knock out pretty much all of the expenses prior to the event. I did have to occasionally wire money to Antigua to pay some vendors. And I would say if you're ever going to wire money overseas to a vendor, make sure they're a credible vendor, make sure the information for the wiring instructions makes sense and it's complete so that the money you transfer goes to the right place. I was pretty comfortable doing it because I've done that before, and I work with a bank that facilitates wire transfers all the time. So I wasn't too scared about doing that. One vendor actually accepted Zelle, so I was able to also do money through Zelle, and the rest accepted credit cards. One thing I will say is if you have a credit card that is not used to you using it overseas, make sure you call them before you travel so they know that these charges are coming through and they don't deny them when you need your card to work. So I was able to do a lot of my on-site transactions via credit card, no problem. But I know a lot of people who don't travel as often as I do, they tend to get a little hiccup when it comes to making charges overseas. So that would be my next best advice, is make sure your credit card companies are aware you're about to travel and that you may be using your credit cards in another country. But overall, this was the best birthday ever. And I'm so excited that we were able to combine so many friends and family groups to have a good time. And the best part is the Purpose of Money got some swag out of it. The Purpose of Money sponsored the beach bag, the sunglasses, and the phone case covers so people could take their phones in the water and take pictures. I absolutely love the merch, and I'm actually going to keep it and continue to give it out because the purpose of money is all about travel, and that's something that's so important to me, and I'd love to share those gifts with followers. Hope you enjoyed this video about my 40th birthday. If you want more tips on how to make the next trip work for you and your family, let me know. Maybe I'll do a part 2 on how I bring families together all the time for holidays treats, right? So holidays are my favorite time, and I've been able to do smaller trips with 10 and 15 people as well. But this was by far my largest trip ever. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the channel for more info. Until next time, keep building generational wealth. Bye-bye.